What's up, guys? I'm Wes.
I'm Mark.
And this is Trash Talk for E3 2014. I'm sorry, I blacked out.
So, for E3... Okay, so, oh look, pizza's here. We ordered pizza. So we might cut it right now, as we're going to. So, the game we're going over is an Xbox One game.
So, yeah, as much as Marcelo didn't want to do this one, and it's the first one they did show off, and I actually have really big hopes for this game. This game is, of course, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Okay, so... Because the pizza came a little while ago. Yeah, we're making a big day out of this E3 thing, so...
Yeah.
Okay, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Let me adjust the camera real quick. What can we really say about this? Would you want to start off or do you want me to start off?
I'll start off.
Okay.
I played all the Call of Duties. Well, most of them, not the early ones, but I have played a lot of the Call of Duties. And the experiences are alright. I mean, it's a good shooter. I mean, they do the same thing every year. With slightly upgraded graphics.
Yeah.
And new stuff, but the gameplay stuff about Call of Duty is really solid. Well, in my opinion, it's really easy to learn. Everyone knows it. Well, mostly everybody. Not this guy. And it's a really fun game. And the multiplayer has always been kind of cool with it.
Oh.
That's kind of like its main premier thing, but I feel like multiplayer has been focused a little bit too much for Call of Duty. I think that's its main problem. That the graphics for it, that's alright. They could be better. And then that and the campaigns, those are its big weak points. That's always been its big weak points for Call of Duty. Is that they kind of don't focus on the single player. So those guys that like me that don't really play the multiplayer all too much, you want to play it for the campaign. And for the most part, the campaigns are either confusing, like Black Ops. Black Ops was really confusing, the first one, and I found it kind of boring. To Modern Warfare 3, which really had a really good story. Modern Warfare has always managed to have like kind of like a really kind of cool story. The third one was alright. It was really just really short. Like you can tell that they put most of their effort into the multiplayer, which it's alright, but I don't feel like they should do that. I think they should focus it on the story. So Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, they really started to change it up because people are getting tired of the same old thing, either Modern Warfare or World War II. So their response was, alright, then we'll do it in the future. And they did bring some cool new stuff, like you get like an exoskeleton and like kind of armor that helps you like absorb shock and all that. And they also have some advanced weaponry in this game now. Yeah. So it won't be like AK-47s, M4s. It's like these new guns that look pretty cool and reload in a really cool way. And I don't know. I really have big hopes for this game. And Marcelo, would you like to give your piece on it? From what you saw from the trailers.
Let me just swallow my piece of pizza first. Okay, so first and foremost, if you don't know already, what you need to know about me is I really don't like shooters. Now, that's a whole thing on its own, and we're not going to get too much into that because we need to review this game. But from what we've seen, but in general, I don't own an Xbox, any kind of the three. I never have. I can't exactly say I never will because we've been going over such awesome Xbox One games. And I really have went back 2 generations back to the original Xbox and try to see and research some games that might be interesting to play. Since the original Xbox didn't get 2, as they're saying it's, really hardcore. It was never a really super shooter, oh my god, for the original, as far as I remember anyway, for the original Xbox. So that is a thing I am trying to do, is see if there's any really good. I have found some that actually do look interesting. For the original Xbox, I am pretty much though gonna skip 360 altogether. That's for, in my opinion, the pinnacle of Microsoft's greediness really just came in, and they started shelling out Call of Duties here and Battlefields.
But
I'm pretty
they
sure
weren't the only ones.
Halos.
PlayStation also did that as well.
Yeah.
PlayStation also had those games.
I don't know.
You can't really blame Xbox for that.
Yeah, but then there's also the what happened to the TV? Okay, anyway, there's also the sense of again, I've said it before, presentation. The fact that I don't really like to go with Microsoft on games and Sony way more, not even just the fact that I grew up with Sony, but Microsoft just really wants to have their money so they can just keep doing whatever. And yeah, now of course any company works like that, of course. But when Sony presents their stuff,
you don't want to present yourself like that, though.
Yeah.
Even though that's implied by everyone that all companies work that way, it's all about presentation. Like, we want it to be about you.
Again, like PS4.
So that way you buy more of our stuff, so that way we can supply you with more stuff.
Again, like Sony, with their presentation, that one video, I keep mentioning it, and all that stuff. I don't want to get too into that, but normally, just even the Call of Duty series, I don't know how that got so freaking popular with whatever, because now, okay, you say it's got a good story and it's all that.
Well,
but when you
just
hear
the Modern Warfare franchise.
But when you hear Call of Duty, do you really think of story and campaign, or do you think online multiplayer, shooting up those noobs and 360 no-scoping? That's what I always hear.
That's what I've always heard
about Call of Duty. And it's like, where's the fucking fun in that? If every new game that comes out, that's all there is, and that's all you have to say about that. Like, that's not a game. That's just like one little concept, and they're recycling it over and over and over.
Well, wait a minute. Well, I think I know why Call of Duty is kind of popular the way it is, because of its online multiplayer. Why people think that? Because everybody in their own right wants to be a badass. And back in olden times, I guess, being a badass meant having like a sword and some armor and just like slicing stuff, like Zelda, Link from The Legend of Zelda. But in this modern generation, we have guns. So obviously, we need to be the badass, the gunslinging hero that just blows the shit out of everything, like the Expendables.
I mean, like, I can see that, and it's a genre, so of course there's not really like, there's nothing we can do to be like, down with the shooters, and then there's just no more shooters ever made ever again. That's
because there are some good shooters that I have played.
But the fact
like Halo and Sunset Overdrive that I really want to play, that's a shooter.
Well, now, see, Sunset Overdrive is a third-person shooter, not a first-person.
It's a third-person shooter.
It's a first-person, not a... No, yeah, I'm getting my stuff mixed together. It's a third-person, not a first-person.
So, yeah.
Which is abbreviated FPS. FPS is... I'm not too into. Only ones I've ever actually played were Halo, I think, 3, Reach, and I actually own only one Call of Duty, which is the first Modern Warfare.
And what did you think of Halo?
Halo... Now, again, I never experienced the campaign. No one's ever showed me the campaign. No one's ever really... I've only ever played with my cousin, and of course he kicked my ass, and he's younger than me. It's really 12-year-olds and 10-year-olds cussing at everyone. That's really all you see in online multiplayer, and that's just dumb, really. But
oh my god, my brother this one time he was playing Black Ops 2. There was like these little Indian kids, like cursing up a storm and like killing people, and yeah, pretty much another big problem with the Call of Duty online is the communities. The communities are just so terrible.
Hold on.
I mean, there's like so much like there's so much cursing and all that stuff, and that's why I kind of stay away from the multiplayers, because I'm not really like that, and I don't really play for multiplayer because I know I'm not really good. Well, I'm okay. I can hold my own, but I'm certainly not up there among one of the greats. But I can do all right. And then when I do play online, some of the shit gets really heated.
The things are happening on the treehouse. Sorry.
So, my biggest hope for Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, I know they're going to be focusing on the multiplayer, so I'm not going to worry about the multiplayer.
Yeah.
My beef with it is I hope it has a really good campaign that hopefully stands out. Because what I saw, it was really good, but I want it to be really good, so that way Call of Duty's just not known like, oh, you mean, oh yeah, oh, I totally just no-scope that guy. I want people to kind of like appreciate the story.
Yeah.
For Call of Duty, so I really want a grand story for this game. Because
there's not really much of a problem with like doing whatever for online multiplayer. But if it's just if your series is well known for just that, people telling each other to suck their dicks and little 12-year-olds being trolls and shit, that's dumb.
Or mom, give me some fucking cookies.
Whatever, it's dumb. It's really dumb. And now we're gonna get a little bit more into it right now, but we're right now actually gonna pause real quick because I want to see what's going on in the treehouse. But here are my thoughts on the game. Okay, so my thoughts on the game, and we cut because we were watching a little bit of the Nintendo Treehouse. They announced a new Star Fox. Holy crap! Okay, so now with with that being said about what I said about Call of Duty, Advanced Warfare, sorry, looks to be a big step up from where Call of Duty the series has kind of been going, and looking as repetitive as it was. Advanced Warfare does seem to be deviating away from that, and with this more futuristic look, with the way upgraded weapons and stuff. I did see a cool thing. I don't know if you saw it. You might have the grenades. You can actually, as you're holding them,
yeah, I forgot to mention that.
You can flip between.
Okay, so there's no more like picking up. Oh shit, I need a flashbang. Shit, where do I find flashbangs? I'm just finding frags. In this one, it's a little bit more simple. You have a grenade, and you can choose what kind of grenade you want. It's like a multi-grenade.
Yeah.
So you can either have it, so you can either have it to be the good old frag, like the flashbang, or like even like a tracer grenade.
Oh yeah.
That like follows fists. There's like a heat-seeking missile
and like blows in on people. It's really crazy.
While in mid-air, it goes like.
You seem to play as someone named Mitchell. Has that been a character in the series?
No.
They reference the player in the demo as Mitchell, so whoever that may be.
Mitchell, get the door. Mitchell, over here.
It's a little interesting, I guess. I really want to know what the story is. They didn't really say or write out say like what the story was, the plot. But what were you gonna say?
So, well, what we do know is that this will probably be one of the first missions that you play because, like one of your partners, I don't know his name, like he gets killed off while you guys are supposed to like take out this airship.
Yeah.
With like some charges. No, Call of Duty stuff for the win. And pretty much, this actually shows off like some of the graphical parts of it, because then you lose your left arm because like your sergeant, he like takes off like a piece of like the helicopter or aircraft, like collides with the player's arm, pretty much like just like ripping off his arm and all that. And so he loses his left arm. So what I really want to see is like freaking like robotic arms and stuff. That would be really cool.
That would be cool.
Like Star Wars, like robotic arms and shit, like full function, like.
It's as dark and gritty as ever, really, because from the trailer where the E3 trailer where they were, because there are a couple trailers. They did show it off when they revealed it to begin with. There was a revealed trailer, which I think did say some of the plot. I just don't exactly remember it, but it is linked below. We're really just going off right now the E3 trailer because we just saw that today. So, yeah, I mean, like, Yeah, it's as dark and gritty as ever. It's just it is pretty gory. But they are trying to change up the formula. And once I saw the trailer, the reveal trailer, I actually did find myself going, huh, this is a change of pace for once, which, of anything Xbox related, Call of Duty needed a change of pace.
Yeah.
I looked at it going, this is actually kind of interesting. Not like if I do get an Xbox One, I'm going to get it, but it just...
Well, if I get an Xbox One, I'll probably buy it.
It's an observation, you know, I'm observing it. It's interesting.
And with that, what are your expectations, Marcelo?
If I were to play this, which I'm not sure if I will, but if I were to, I for one never really got, and this may factor into the reason why I'm not exactly a fan of shooters. I will freely admit that I'm not that good at the controls. I'm not sure if it's because they're, to me, like, a little complicated. Maybe that's why. But,
well, they feel, maybe because, like, they feel foreign to you.
Probably. I mean, yes, I did grow up on fighters and platformers, but, and I can adapt to those really well. If I know the controls, someone tells me the controls, I can adapt to those. But something about shooters, I just can't adapt to the controls of any kinds of shooters. Because, like I said, I think I said this, I played Halo, and I've played Call of Duty, so, like, and they are more or less different from each other control-wise. But I just find myself not being able to get the hang of them, adapt to them as easily as I could a platformer or a fighter. So, like, I guess for controls they can, I wouldn't really say make them simple so newcomers can follow them, but do try to make it, like, simple, I guess. I wouldn't say, like, easy, but easy in the sense to comprehend, I guess. Not that I couldn't comprehend past games in shooters, but I just can adapt to them. I'm not really sure if that can be a thing to improve, but if it could be, then make the controls easier to adapt. For like players who don't really, gamers who don't really play shooters frequently, but would like to try this one. Try to use some color in a Call of Duty game, because I swear all of them are really dark and gritty. I know that's what they're going for, but do try to get more than your common browns, grays, blacks.
Yeah, since this is a city environment, show some really cool, like, advertisements that show off, like, abundance of really cool color and all that.
Make, like, neon, you know, like armor or something like really glowy, techy. I do remember watching, and you have Killzone Shadowfall.
Yes, I do.
That is pretty colorful for a shooter, being dark and
really
green.
nice. Yeah, it's really nice. Like Call of Duty, not Call of Duty, Killzone Shadowfall. From what I have, I did play it. Stories. But the graphics, they take full advantage of that.
Yeah.
Making it bright and colorful, but then also gritty and
dark,
violent.
Yeah.
And all that. So please do that.
If we can get something like that for Call of Duty, not exactly copying that, and not exactly full blown. You want color here? We're gonna like not Sunset Overdrive like, but
not playful, but like just to show that there's a wide variety of a color palette that you have.
Yeah.
So that way, and I especially want to go into like the cities and like look at all the little advertisements. Maybe even throw in some. Just to make the campaign a little bit more interesting, throw in like some like advertisements for past games and all that. Like get Call of Duty or Call of Duty Flame War. Today.
That is an expectation. At least some kind of broader colors, some different colors than just the grays, the blacks, and easier or simpler controls. Being able to adapt to them a little bit better. Because like if you just give. Which happened to me, you just give an inexperienced shooter player an Xbox controller and be like, okay, this is shooting, this is grenades, this is to turn your character, there you go, let's play. And then they kick your ass. That's happened to me before, and that's probably one of the other reasons why I just do not like shooters. No one's ever taken the time to help me adapt to those controls and all that stuff. If you can sort of get... Like, now, I think you've said before in something we might have talked about, or even just earlier in the video, that there was a tutorial for maybe wasn't there a shooter where you said
Oh, yeah, Titanfall has,
tutorial.
does have a tutorial. I don't know if it's for. I think it might be like. I know for the PC it does. I don't know about the Xbox One. I don't know if it does, but it does have a tutorial for the PC. But it mostly helps you with like maneuvering and all that, and not much with like aiming and shooting. They do go over some points of that, and even in Call of Duty, like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, there is a little bit where they help you mostly with aiming and shooting, and all that, but not much with movement.
I mean, yeah. If you come into like this game already, of course, a big Call of Duty fan from all the past ones, you'll already know the controls, and unless they do switch them up, but it shouldn't be that hard for you to adapt to it. Say I wanted to get into it, only playing like Modern Warfare 1 and I think like one other game in the series, I haven't played Call of Duty like at all. So trying to get into that is going to be really, really foreign to me, really weird, unless you can make them simple and easy to adapt to.
Alright.
Besides that, did you say your expectations?
My expectations are mostly that the campaign kicks ass, and really good, and I hope there's like some really good characters and development in this game. I'm playing mostly for like characters and story, so I hope the stories kick ass, the characters are kick ass, and that of course there's a wide variety of weapons and stuff to kill stuff with. And two other things, vehicles that you can pilot, because there is this one vehicle that looks like a giant like mechanical like four-legged spider cannon.
Oh yeah,
because that shit looks awesome.
Yeah.
That and just destructibility of the environment. I want to really see you destroy the environment. And I mean, Battlefield's done it. Why can't you, Call of Duty? Come on. We want to see not like characters blow up, but like shit blown up into it. Like give no character no cover. Like just like see them from behind like a wall or something. Blow that fucking wall up. Do that, Call of Duty, and I'll be happy with you.
Okay.
So,
final verdicts.
Final verdicts, I'll give it a 4 out of 5. It looks pretty cool so far. But I am kind of watchful. I'm a little bit dubious that, I don't know, that about the multiplayer and just like the weak campaigns of other installations. And I just really hope that the campaign's really good. Do not disappoint.
Okay. I was going to give it a 3.5 out of 5, but because this is a big step up from the past Call of Duties, and just because, again, graphics are so damn awesome, I'm also going to give it a 4 out of 5, because...
Yeah!
Whatever. I don't know. I mean, again, I'm not into shooters. I'm not that kind of, gamer. But if I were to... I'd rather start off first with games like Halo. I've played Borderlands with you before. Like, what was it, Destiny? Like, there was another one I had in my head right now. I don't remember it. But shooters like that. Titanfall, I think it was what I was going to say. I want to get into those ones first, because those do offer like lots of variety, and in their own respective series, it's not too repetitive for it being a first-person shooter and you're killing, people. But I want to get into those first, and maybe if I do get an Xbox One, which I really want to for games like Sunset Overdrive and stuff, I will probably check out Advanced Warfare. Probably.
Alright.
So,
and with that being said, I hope you enjoyed our video. I'm Wes.
I'm Mark.
And this was Trash Talk.
E3 Sark.